Hi guys, that's me here and I'm back with the Tottenham Football series, and as you can see today we play Everton in the Capital One Cup final at Wembley. Looking forward to this. Hopefully we can get our first, well, not our first piece of silverware, but our first like domestic piece of silverware. So yeah, today in goal we're playing Everton, obviously. Gerson, who the hell's this? This is their new player. Also joined them in January. Yeah. Joined them in January. Oh no, it doesn't look like he did actually. He just didn't play us earlier in the season. Well, that's great for him. They got McNaughton. Oh, Kevin McNaughton, former Cardiff player. But overall, the team hasn't really changed that much. Like their starting 11 has, but like their team in general, they've kept a lot of players. Whereas we've just got like today starting as Bale, well, Corker and Lloris, but anyway, from the original team that I inherited, and Sandro. Okay, that's a few more than normal. So it's Lloris, Klein, you know, again, just show you his stats at a quick glance. You know, he's pretty decent. He's been asking for some more games, so I'm going to give him some more stuff with the Capital One Cup today, final. So it's good for him to get into that. Dede, obviously, we need a rock at the back. Along with Corker, who's a bit of rock as well. Again, quite young. Just needs these games, relatively big games. Day out at Wembley to need to get used to them. Crescito, Hamsik, Sandro, Valencia, Bale, Neymar, and Falcao. So the rest of the team is relatively not obvious because two central midfielders obviously aren't our first two choices, but they're pretty much just as good. So it never really seems to matter who I play in midfield, so I'm definitely going to be rotating them around a bit. The one thing is, when I play Fellaini, he's just a little bit more of a threat from corners, so that's why I tend to go with him. And Vidal tends to play a little bit better than Sandro, so that's why I tend to go with those two a bit more. But I really am looking to rotate the squad a bit more, and I have been doing so in past episodes. You know, and again here today, you know, we've got Klein out there. Today we've got Corker. You know, we don't need just players to be playing every game. You know, the same old players. We've got the players now that we can just switch them out. Obviously not on the right wing. Not until what's his face comes back from injury. Oh, Bale puts us ahead. When Falcao missed that off the post, I thought, oh my god, we're so screwed here. But Bale's got his third goal in 2 games. Obviously scored 2 in the 5-0 win over CSKA Moscow in the last episode. It was such a classic one. 5 away goals, no goals against, so we can just rest our players up in their second leg. Really, I could probably put out my youth team and they probably still do a job, to be honest. CSK was so poor in that game. Obviously not my full youth team, but add a few youth players in. I'm actually tempted to do that. You know, obviously players like Corker and Klein are going to be playing like they are today. So yeah, I'm not underestimating Everton, by the way, by playing these players. I'm just saying these are players that, you know, it shouldn't make too much of a difference, even if I was to play them against United. Obviously I wouldn't risk it against a team like United or Chelsea or City, especially not City as they're right behind us. I wouldn't risk it, but yeah, there's no point. You know, there's no point in just leaving them out. And also it's a big game, but at the same time I wouldn't be shattered if we lost. I put it like that. You know, the season would still have, there'd still be a point to the season. Whereas if I lost, you know, in the Champions League, or if I lost in, well, if I just didn't win the Premier League, okay, it'd still be, you know, a point that we won the Champions League, or if we won the Premier League and just lost one of them. But at the same time, it would be like, that's a massive loss. Whereas if we lose this, it's only a slight loss. But we're 2-0 up. It doesn't look like we're going to lose, does it? Let's be honest. Falcao, the second goal. Neymar setting it up. More of a winger in this role here, just crossing it in. It is a nice little cross. And Falcao beats Jagielka in the air. Jagielka trying to prove himself to get into the England squad. That is not the way to do it, mate. I'm sorry. But yeah, Oviedo now for Everton. Can he start a break and maybe start a comeback? I doubt it, but there's... oh, if Naismith had just controlled that better, it would have been a very, very good chance, and probably a goal. Heitinga's shot goes well over and well wide. We're happy to see that. Jagielka now, what can he do? Plays it to Morales. Heitinger, Gerson, or Gerson, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. McNaughton, Morales, sorry about that, had to cough. Gerson, good shot from Jelavic, but good save by Lloris. Oviedo. The one thing that other teams in the Premier League seem to lack is that Bale factor that we have. You know, the player that just does it. He just does it every game, or pretty much every game. You know, 99% of games. He can win us the game alone. You know, and this is something I've been thinking about. Like, if I was to move, how would I get on without a player like Bale? You know, obviously if I went to Barcelona or Real Madrid, I have Ronaldo or Messi, and even other players like Xavi who could do that. Well, not Xavi, but you know, I'm just naming their bigger players. Iniesta, obviously going to be quite old. Xavi will be really old by now. But if I move to, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a team. Arsenal, I mean, do they really have that player who will do that stuff? Obviously I'm not saying I'm not going to go to Arsenal, but that's just an example. Obviously Wilshire's a good player, but is he really that kind of player? But again, Bale scores his second goal of the game. You know, so Valencia setting this one up. Nice little, you know, cross back, and Bale with the diving header. That's 4 goals in 2 games. 2 of those goals were headers, I believe, at least 2 anyway. Bale with the corner now. It's not a great one. Sandro's going to knock it back out to Bale. There it is. And Howard holds on to that one. He's going to throw this one out to Taylor. Ball to Oviedo. Now Oviedo getting tramped back in, and Klein with a good tackle. Neymar. And tackle, and Jagielka now. Oh my god. How has Falcao missed that? Obviously had to take it very quickly, but still fully expect him to at least hit the target there. I'd rather he hit Howard than put it wide, because at least then it's the chance of a ricochet off him, and then he's got an open goal. Yeah, overall it's been a good performance today. 3-0 so far, and just in the first half. Remember, can we make it 4? And that's a penalty. And stepping up for this one is Bale for his hat-trick, and he puts it in. I do have my penalty takers set, but when a player's on a hat-trick, it always seems to change it. I think we had that with Baines a while ago. It put Baines on the penalty when it actually was Adebayor, which I'm now happy it did, because Baines got the goal and got his hat-trick in the end. That was a long time ago. Well, last season. I'll say don't get complacent. You know, it's a cup final. I know it's 4-0, but I do not want to risk this losing this. So I'm going to say don't get complacent. It does seem to work. I know, you know, we're 4-0 up. It's a cup final. Really, we should just be saying, you know, well done. You know, didn't expect this, but well done. But yeah, I'm going to just go on with just don't get complacent. I don't want to risk it at all. Bale whips it in. Oh, almost 5-0 there. Just cleared off the line by, was it Naismith? I'm not sure. I have a feeling it was Naismith. Bale with another corner, and this time it goes in. Corker gets his goal in the cup final. 5-0. We just destroy teams sometimes. You know, it just seems I have these sessions of Football Manager where I just go through absolutely destroying. Really, I should just not stop playing, but I have other stuff to do. You know, I do get a little bit bored. I'm just winning all the time, so yeah. Although I say I do get a little bit bored. Maybe that's the reason I'm starting to get a tiny bit bored with this. Tottenham, if it was Everton even, you know, trying to get that Champions League football or Europa League football, whatever they're trying to get at the moment. Oh, Howard. I think actually they're just trying to stay in the Premier League. In this, Everton would be an interesting save to do. Obviously, a club very much respected, I guess. Again, if you do have a club you'd like me to manage, I said this in the last episode, but yeah, leave it in the comments. I'm not going to be starting a new save to do it, but I will, you know, if the club becomes available, just name, like, say 5 clubs that you would like to see me perform at, or manage, and, you know, if one of them pops up, I'll throw in a application form. You know, so again, I don't like to talk about my future away from Tottenham too much, but I have done quite a lot recently. It's because I'm confident that I'm, going to be leaving Tottenham. I want to leave in a certain way, and that way is, having won everything in the season. And it seems like we're going to do that now. I'm going to leave Corker on. I know he's the most tired player out there, but I'm going to leave him on just to, I feel he's a future Tottenham captain at Tottenham. I feel he's a really good player. So yeah, that's why I've left Corker out there. But what was I saying? Yeah, I don't like to talk about my future way too much, and I have built for the future, at Tottenham. So you could argue, why not just stay? You've done so much for the club. Why not just stay? You deserve to stay. But I don't know. I would get a little bit bored. I would like to come back maybe for a season, maybe a few seasons later on, when other players, such as Olinga, for example, just an example, from the youth system, has grown a bit. He's a player, what do you call it, a youth player who's played very well for me when he's come into the first team. Also scored against Chelsea. Adebayor getting his 10th goal of the season, coming off the bench. Yeah, it's a cup final, it's 6-0, really we've just been dominating this match. Not too entertaining for the neutral, but I'm sure you guys are loving it. Unless you want to see me fail, then you'll be crying. Or if you're an Everton fan, maybe you're not enjoying it too much, but you don't mind because you're happy that I'm winning, I hope. Hibbert, he's still playing, what an absolute legend. I don't know how he's still out there, but I think he came off the bench as a substitute. What a legend he is though for Everton. Such an unsung hero, such a good player. People just don't realise it. Morales now. Morales still. One thing is with Hibbert is he scored like 1 goal ever. I think a free kick, and it was on his testimonial match. It wasn't a penalty, it was a free kick, in all fairness to him. Normally a testimonial match is a penalty, but there's Hamshik, and it's 7-0, and what can I say? We just absolutely dominated this match. 7-0. Again, it's just been one of those matches where you think Everton will put up a fight, like Manchester United I thought would, or Chelsea. Yeah, I beat Chelsea 5-2, Manchester United 7-1, 5-1. Hopefully Everton won't get pulled one back. Can we get another one? Oh my god, 8-0. We're just destroying them. Is it 4 goals in the first half, 4 goals in the second half? Nice and even. So yeah, I just had to I just ran out of space on my computer. I've just been recording so many videos recently because I haven't been getting them out so much. So today I have a half day, so I thought, why not record quite a few videos, a couple of Football Manager videos, got a couple of squad builders. But there we have it. We've won the Capital One Cup. You see my players running onto the pitch. One thing I do wish is you could see your players lift the trophy. Maybe it had a little cutscene or something. That'd be really cool. But we dominated the match. Fully deserved the win. Bale man the match. 8-0 in a cup final. I've had so many destructions of teams who I really shouldn't be destroying the last couple of years that I don't quite realise. 8-0. And that's a Premier League team as well. It's not like, Bradford got to the cup final again. That's a Premier League team, a decent Premier League team, who struggled to beat away, I think. Or was it? Oh no, that's Newcastle, not Everton. But 8-0 in a cup final as well. It is just insane, isn't it? But sometimes you just have amazingness in your team. 8-0. Wow, we struggled to get past Newcastle in the semis. Obviously beat Millwall after extra time though. Just managed to get past Stoke. Beat Walsall, and then we weren't in it before that, were we? Walsall was just one of those games that, I don't know, we've never really been convincing in this tournament. That's a trophy, it's a little bit of money back into the club that I kind of owe after spending it so much. Carroll struck by injury, I don't really care. Oh, that's England. Let's speak to him then. I want to see how you're doing. 3 weeks, not too bad then. I hope he gets better soon. Thanks for calling. Yep. Bell on form, obviously we already got in the Europa League, even if we weren't in it already. BBC Sports Capital One Cup review. Everton's Will Buckley managed the most assists. fair play to him, I guess. Yeah, there's not really much more to say, really. Luis Gustavo is on his work permit. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please leave a like to enjoy. And of course, as ever, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.